Welcome back to another Small Bore and More. We've got the 2021 Yellow Monkey on the lift with a couple of things to fit to it. One is a set of Kitaco rear shocks and the other is a Yoshi Cyclone exhaust. As always, we'll get some close-ups of the quality and show the fitting onto the bike, and of course we'll get some decibel readings of the new exhaust compared to the stock.
We've never seen these products before, so it'll be really interesting to get them unboxed and see what they're like. If that's something you want to watch, keep on watching.
Individually boxed and bubble wrapped for that bit of extra protection, which is good. First impressions are positive. I think they look well made. Springs look a good match for the Yellow Monkey, and it really goes well with the Kitaco logo on there too. Offering them up to the bike, there's a lot less chrome, and I think the black, well, I think that looks nice. These are also adjustable, so you can stiffen them up by altering how far up the spring seat it sits. You do this by using a C-spanner to move these interlocking stairs. As you can see, the stock rears are quite soft, and we'll give you a side-by-side comparison later in this video once we've got them fitted. Removing the OEM shocks is really simple. It's just a nut on the top and a nut on the bottom. Loosen them off, remove the washer and just work them out. Now, as far as weight comparisons, the stock shock is 1,461 grams, whereas a Kitaco one is 1,273, so 188 grams lighter per side, so total weight saving 376 grams. Now, you notice we've used a small bottle jack under the lower engine mount just to take the weight of the bike. Now, you don't want to lift it off the ground, but you do just want to take the weight. It makes it much easier to get the shocks on and off, as you're not fighting against any compression. Top and bottom nuts and washers on and torque to 29 Newton meters. Now for the other side. Once the nuts are undone, it's slightly different, as you need to pull it off the bottom mount first, then lift it up to clear the exhaust before removing it from the top mount. Fitment's just the reverse of removal. Just offer the top mount first, keeping the shock horizontal, then lower it down to the bottom mount. Nuts back on, torque to 29 Newton meters. And that's them on. Let's see if we can see a difference. Those are miles better.
That's Kitaco rear shocks fitted to the Honda Monkey. We've agreed they do look a lot better and they're a lot lighter, nearly 400 grams. One thing to take note though, they don't come with the tool to allow you to adjust the shock, so just bear that in mind. Let's get on to the exhaust.
So, first impressions of the packaging, really great, really strong and robust, and I guess you're glad of that when you're shipping it from overseas. We've got some hardware, instructions, the customary bench sticker, happy with that. Then the exhaust itself, really well protected. Shredded card, not one but two layers of like a bubble wrap style packaging materials, all good. First impressions are strong, finish looks nice and consistent, and the heat resistant Yoshi sticker, that looks good quality too. On the back there's the ID tags, and as you can see it doesn't have a removable baffle, so we could see some interesting decibel figures later. Before we get the old one off the bike, one thing to do is assemble the hanger, as it bolts onto the rear of the master cylinder mount. Also, because it's a low exit exhaust as opposed to the traditional high exit, we've needed an infill panel, and we've went with the Moriwaki engineering one because it complements the Yoshi style and it's lightweight. Right, let's get noise testing. Get ready to be underwhelmed by the stock exhaust. Tick over is around 70 decibels. Giving it a rev gets up to about 84. So let's get started removing the OEM. Heat shield off, and then there's 3 bolts securing the pipe, 2 on the end can and 1 underneath near the cat. With this off, remove the 2 header nuts and just work the exhaust down and off. It's a good idea to clean the head studs up, and once that's done, you'll want to whip out the old exhaust gasket. We'll put a link in the description to a replacement one, but this just pushes in, ready to be crushed by the header pipe, which creates a good seal. Onto the hardware for the mounts. We need to insert the rubber mount into the hanger and then insert the metal bush into the centre of the rubber mount, and we're ready to get it mounted to the bike. The hanger itself attaches to the back of the rear master cylinder, and we thought we might have been able to get it on without removing the rear set. We were wrong. So with the rear set loosened, it just gave us enough room to remove the nuts from the inside, mount the hanger and tighten it back up. Fitting the new exhaust is really simple. It's just the 2 header nuts and 1 bolt into the new hanger. A dab of Loctite onto the threads for the infill panel, and it's looking good. The third fixing is just a plastic push fit fastener. I think that's looking bang on, but looks are only half the job. What does it sound like? So tick over, it's about 75, so 5 over the stock. I'm getting up to around 94 with a rev, so a good 10 decibels louder. Give it full beans and we're measuring over 100.
So that's installation complete of the Kitaco rear shocks and the Yoshimura exhaust. We think the rear shocks are really good value for money and the exhaust sounds mint. If you like the items you've seen today, then head over to WeBike. That's all from Small Bore and More. Catch you on the next one.